Good day everyone, my name is Ria J. Handok from Group 7. Our topic is Chapter 7, Pricing and Output under Pure Competition. Ang pure competition ay mayroong characteristics na free entry at exit. Means kahit sino pwede pumasok at umalis sa pagbenta ng isang product. Kaya siya naging pure competition dahil mayroong similar or common na binibenta. For example is bigas. Madami nagbebenta ng bigas, so kahit sino seller pwedeng huminto sa pagbenta nito. Pure and perfect competition. Same na siya kay pure, pero ang pinagkaiba nito is si pure kinocover niya yung basic structural condition, like yung sabi ko kanina. Tas si perfect naman is ina-apply dito yung perfect knowledge ng product, like alam mo yung price, product, and demand. Perfectly competitive, ito yung type of market na walang buyer or seller na mayroong control sa presyo. Lahat ay bibili equally, kaya siya tinawag na perfectly competitive. For example, sa pagbili ng bigas, lahat ay bibili sa tamang presyo, mapabuyer man ito or seller. Perfect knowledge, ang ibig sabihin nito, lahat ng buyer or seller may complete at accurate na information katulad ng prices, product quality, and market conditions. In simple terms, lahat sa market na ito merong same information para walang makaduga or makapag-take advantage ng presyo na ito. Demand curve, dito pinapakita ang pagtaas at pagbaba ng presyo na kaya bilhin ng mga buyers. For example, sa pagbili ng bigas, merong 40 and 50 per kilo. Sa 40 pesos, meron kayong bumili ng mga 30% at sa 50 naman ay 20%. Short run, ito yung kung saan yung pieces na ito pwede niya palitan yung mga ibang bagay pero hindi niya kaya lahat palitan. Kaya siya tinawag na short run. Kunwari na pwede kang mag-hire ng mga bagong workers at bumili ng mga materyales para makagawa ka ng maraming product. Pero hindi siya madaling palitan kasi merong big things katulad ng building, lupa, or mga machine na nakafix na. A note on profits, dito mo makikita yung extra nakita mo pagtapos mo i-cover lahat ng expenses. Profit, makikita mo yung profit mo pagtapos mo bayaran lahat ng mga expenses mo.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Archie De La Cruz. I'm talk about short run equilibrium of firm. Short run equilibrium of firm is the point where the firm produce the right amount of output to earn the highest profit or experience lowest loss. The revenue total cost formula, price times quantity, then fixed cost and variable cost equal profit. Example na lamang nito ay ang presyo niya ay 150. Ang quantity naman niya ay 10. 150 times 10 equal 1,500 total revenue. Ang fixed cost naman niya ay 500 habang ang variable cost ay 700. 500 plus 700 equal 1,200 total cost. Total revenue 1,500 minus total cost 1,200 equal 300. So 300 ang kanyang profit. Dito naman tayo sa table. At quantity equal 0, there are loss 200 because of fixed cost. Next slide. At quantity equal 4. Break even point. Total revenue, total cost, profit equal 0. At quantity 6 minus 16. The profit is positive but not maximum yet. Dito naman tayo sa marginal revenue cost. Formula, marginal revenue or total revenue is fresh quantity. Additional revenue to selling one more unit. Then marginal cost equal total cost is fresh quantity. Additional cost from producing one more unit. Computation in the table. Example nito ay ang t-shirt. Ang total revenue niya ay 100. Ang total cost niya ay 60. Ang marginal revenue niya ay wala at ang marginal cost niya ay wala rin. Ang profit niya dito ay 4. Next slide naman, ang total revenue niya ay 200. Ang total cost niya ay 120. Ang marginal revenue niya ay 70. Ang marginal cost naman niya ay 60. Habang ang profit niya ay 80. Next slide naman, ang total revenue niya ay 350. Ang total cost naman niya ay 300. Ang marginal revenue niya ay 30. Ang marginal cost naman niya ay 60. Habang ang naging profit niya ay 50 lamang. Next slide naman, ang total revenue niya ay 360. Ang total cost niya ay 380. Ang marginal revenue niya ay 10. Ang marginal cost naman niya ay 80. Habang ang profit niya ay narugi pa siya ng 20. Sa observation naman tayo, kapag ang margin...
Good day to everyone. I am Zon Dexter in Africa, and now we will talk about the loss minimizing case, the shutdown, and also the break-even point. So first, let's talk about the loss minimizing case. So, in this situation, kahit nalulugi ng isang firm, mas pinipili pa rin nilang magpatuloy sa isang production. Dahil maliit lang naman ang loss. So, kapag nagpatuloy sila, onti lang ang malulugi sa kanila. Kasi naman na magsara sila, lahat ay mawawala. So, ang rule kasi sa loss minimizing case is kapag ang total revenue is greater than or equal to variable cost, dapat na ipagpatuloy pa rin ang isang operation kasi at least nababayaran pa rin nila ang mga variable cost tulad na lamang ng materials, labor, and also the utilities. So, for example, kung ang total revenue natin is 262 pesos, and then ang variable cost naman ay 180 pesos, so doon nalalabas ang total revenue is greater than or equal to variable cost. Pero, kung ang total cost ay 380 pesos, ang loss nila ay 118 pesos. So, mas okay pa rin na magsara kaysa kung shutdown, malulugi sila ng 200 pesos na fixed cost. Kaya kahit may kaunting lugi, mas makakabuting magpatuloy pa rin ng isang company sa isang production para mabawasan kahit pa paano ang kanilang kabuuang loss. So now, let's talk about the shutdown case. So, ang shutdown case is nangyayari lang ito kapag mas mababa na ang total revenue kaysa sa variable cost nila. So, dito na lumalabas ang total revenue is less than to variable cost. Kapag ganito ang situation, hindi na kaya ng firm or ng isang company na bayaran pa ang mga gastusin sa isang production. Kaya mas mabuting ihinto or huminto na sila sa operasyon. So, for example, kung ang fixed cost ay 200 pesos at walang production, iyan lang ang magiging loss nila. Pero, kung ipagpapatuloy nila ang production kahit na meron na silang lugi, mas lalaki pa rin ang losses dahil meron silang additional variable cost. So, sa ganitong case, ang best option na lang ng isang firm or ng isang company is to stop producing para ma-minimize ang kabuuang loss ng isang company. The last one is the break-even point. So, the break-even point, ito yung part kung saan ang kita or yung total revenue is kapareho lang ng total cost ng isang business. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng ginastos ay nabawi. Kumbaga, bumalik sa kanila. Pero, wala pang kinikita. Sa madaling sabi, it is the no profit and also the no loss. So, this is an important stage for businesses kasi ibig sabihin, nakaka-survive pa rin sila or parang nababayaran pa rin nila lahat ng gustusin. So, for example, kapag ang quantity, nag-produce sila ng 4 or the Q is equal to 4, ang total revenue ay ay katumbas lamang ng total cost. So, in this kind of situation, stable ang isang negosyo at hindi pa nila kailangan magsara or magtaas ng presyo katulad ng loss minimizing case and the shutdown case. So much better ang break-even point.
Loss minimizing case. In a loss minimizing case, a firm continues to produce even if it is losing money, as long as the revenue it earns cover its variable costs. The firm produces where marginal revenue equals marginal cost because these points give the smallest possible loss. Stopping production would cause a bigger loss equal to its fixed cost. Next is the break-even price. It's the price at which a firm's total revenue equals its total cost, meaning it covers all expenses but earn no profit or loss. At this point, the business is just breaking even. It's not gaining, but it's also not losing money. Next is the shutdown price. The shutdown price is the lowest price at which a firm should continue producing. If the market price falls below the average variable cost, the firm can cover its basic operating costs. So it's better to stop production. At this point, the firm's loss equals its fixed cost only. The next one is price and output in the long run. In the long run, firms can change all their resources and new firms can enter or leave the market. To stay in business, a firm must earn enough to cover its average total cost. If the price is equal to ATC, the firm earns zero economic profit but it remains in the market because all costs are fully covered.
Good day everyone. Today I will talk about long-run equilibrium in perfect competition. In the long run, the market reaches a point where P equal MC equal AC. This means that firms are producing goods at the lowest possible cost. No firms want to enter or leave the industry. Firms earn zero economic profit, meaning they only earn enough to cover their costs. What happens if profit change? If firms are earning profit, new firms will enter the market. This increases supply and causes price to fall. If firms are losing money, some firms will exit the market. This reduces supply and causes price to rise. This process continues until all firms earn zero economic profit again. Why perfect competition is good in the long run? Resources are used efficiently, firms produce the lowest cost, prices reflect the real cost of making the product, consumers and producers benefit. This leads to high economic welfare to society. To summarize, in a perfectly competitive market, the long-run equilibrium ensures efficiency, fair prices, and the best use of resources. This benefits both consumers and the economy as a whole. Thank you.
Price system and resource allocation. Price signal ang price ang nagsisilbing guide ng producer at consumer kung saan magpo-produce at bibili. Market adjustment. Kapag mababa ang presyo, ibig sabihin sobra ang supply. Pupunta ang producer sa mataas ang presyo, ibig sabihin may kakulangan. Doon nagbabalance ang market. Profit as guide. Kapag mataas ang kita, naa-attract ang resources. Kapag mababa, lumilipat sila sa mas profitable na market. Product efficiency. Nangyayari kapag price is equal to marginal cost is equal to average total cost. Ibig sabihin, maximum efficiency ang paggamit ng resources. Kapag price is equal to marginal cost is equal to average total cost, ibig sabihin, price covers all production costs. Walang sobra o kulang. Efficiency ang allocation ng resources, tamang dami ng produkto ang ginagawa at tamang presyo ang sinisingil. Reallocation. Kapag marginal cost is greater than the price, may overproduction. Kailangan i-redirect ang resources sa ibang sector. Competition. Dahil sa price competition, napipilitan ng firms mag-innovate or magbaba ng gastos at maging efficient. Equity in perfect competition. Sa perfect competition, pantay ang access dahil sa free mobility at sapat na information. Shortcoming of competition price system. Number 1. Income distribution problem. Peso votes. Ang allocation ng goods or service ay depende sa purchasing power kaya lamang ang mayayaman. Inequality. Mas makakakuha ang rich ng luxury goods habang ang poor kulang sa basic needs. Example, sa Metro Manila, rich, malaking bahay, poor, overcrowded areas o squatters. Solution, government intervention gaya ng low-cost housing para matulungan ang mahihirap. Second, market failure, external costs and public goods. External costs, firms hindi isinasama ang social at environmental damage like pollution, deforestation, etc. etc. External benefits, mga goods na malaki ang benepisyo sa lipunan tulad ng vaccine, underproduced sa market. Public goods tulad ng schools, hospitals, kalsada, defense, hindi kayang i-provide ng market ng maayos. Government role, kailangan ng support, regulation at pondo ng gobyerno para i-correct ang mga market failures.